Hello friends, welcome back. Today, our focus shifts to an overlooked event, to this large golf ball that is called radome, which protects a giant radar. After Iran strikes on Al Udeid air base in Qatar, it disappeared, but no one talks about it. More on that in a minute. As we saw in our recent video about the 12-day war, Iran was attacked by Israel out of the blue while Iran and U.S. representatives were preparing for the next round of nuclear talks. It becomes shockingly disgusting when you realize that the attack was done with the U.S. blessing and green light. Imagine the level of dishonesty. As Israel was attacking several Iranian cities, Iran retaliated. They started striking Israeli targets. Iranian missiles struck key locations in Tel Aviv and Haifa repeatedly. The conflict escalated, and Israel's position worsened. They urgently requested U.S. intervention. By now, it is obvious to everyone that Iran is not defending itself against Israel, but is in direct war with the U.S. The United States violated international law by attacking 3 nuclear facilities in Iran: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. In the event of an illegal armed attack, a country has the right to self-defense under international law, specifically the UN Charter. So, Iran had to respond properly to the strike and once again demonstrate to the world that the United States is not invincible. The strike took place on June 23, 2025, during what some media outlets have dubbed Israel's 12-day war with Iran. Iranian sources claim to have provided advance warning to Qatari authorities, informing them that they are going to attack the U.S. Al Udeid air base, and let them know that Iran is not at war with Qatar, but they are hosting the biggest U.S. air base in the region, which has done a lot of harm to Iran. Normally, Qatari officials informed Americans about what was about to happen, allowing time for preparation. Iran launched 14 ballistic missiles, 6 of which were reported to have hit their targets by official sources. When the United States understood the situation was severe and Iran refused to back down, it sent a message to Iran via official channels, requesting a ceasefire. However, what they are attempting to conceal from the public is what Iran targeted in the Al Udeid base. These large golf balls are called radomes, which protect this 60-ton radar from weather hazards. The MET-type Advanced Communications Terminal is in service with the U.S. Space Force, and one of its tasks is to identify, track, and provide early warning of ballistic and cruise missile launches for U.S. forces and their allies. According to news reports, advanced MET terminals are located in 4 locations around the world, one of which is at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. Initial statements from U.S. officials, including a spokesperson for the Pentagon, acknowledged a missile hit on the base but characterized the damage as minimal. President Donald Trump, in a social media post, thanked Iran for the early notice, stating that no lives were lost and that the attack was a very weak response.
You know, they called me to tell me they have to take a shot at us. This was Iran, very respectful. That means they respect us. Because we dropped 14 bombs, they said, we'd like to take 14 shots at you. I said, go ahead, I understand. They said, where they'd do it. I said, good. We emptied out the fort. It was a beautiful military base in Qatar who treated us really fantastically well. And they said, sir, 1 o'clock, okay? I said, it's fine. We could make it later. And we had nobody but 4 gunners. We had 4, they call them gunners, and they shoot the Patriots. They shoot the missiles up. It's hard to believe. So all of a sudden, they said, we're ready. And they were a little nervous about doing it, I want to tell you. Can you imagine? They were nice enough. This is Iran, to call me and tell me that they would like to shoot me at 14 times. So they want to shoot us. And I said, go ahead. And they shot 14 high-grade, very fast missiles. Every single one of them was shot down routinely by these 4 unbelievable gunmen.
However, this narrative has been challenged by satellite photos from companies like Planet Labs PBC and Satellogic, which have been published by several news agencies. Analysis of these images shows a prominent, white geodesic radome, which was visible at the base on the morning of the attack, is completely gone in photos taken 2 days later. The area where the dome once stood is now a blackened smear, and there appears to be minor damage to an adjacent building. The attack and the subsequent release of satellite images have raised questions about the effectiveness of the base's air defenses and the accuracy of initial official reports. The specific targeting of a high-value communications hub suggests a sophisticated and deliberate strike, regardless of the conflicting claims about the overall damage to the facility. As the geopolitical situation in the region remains tense, the Udeid incident highlights the growing capabilities of Iran's missile program and the challenges of accurately reporting on such events in a rapidly evolving and often opaque information environment. It is the main military center outside the United States. CENTCOM at Udeid is responsible for monitoring Iran, Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan. It is a very large base and is home to nearly 9,000 Americans. Most of the U.S. jets and warplanes are based in Udeid, Qatar, and this base is used as the headquarters for military air operations in the Middle East. The U.S. either censors the damage or publishes a trickle of information. The actual extent of the damage may not be revealed for days, months, or years to come. But what is important is that after World War II, Iran was the first country to officially attack American interests and bases and take responsibility for it. And in contrast, the United States, as the world's largest exporter of military weapons, was unable to protect its most important strategic bases in the world from Iranian missiles. If you've ever witnessed a street fight, whether in person or in a movie, you know that once the leader, in this case the United States, is taken out, you're left with one or two eager wingmen, like Israel. The rest, meaning those from neighboring countries and the opposition within the country, always flee or come to your side. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, we invite you to join us on the next one. We encourage you to share your valuable feedback and tips in the comment section below. Thank you for your likes, shares, and comments.